Rukawa Kaede is cool. After watching Slam Dunk, which was peak by the way, I want to talk about some characters. Today's video is about Rukawa Kaede, the super rookie. I said a few seconds ago that he's cool, and of course that'd be the case. He's the typical super talented deuteragonist that's all quiet, cool, and has a bunch of fangirls. I'm fangirl. You're supposed to enjoy or like his character. It's how he's written to be. But aside from those expectations, Rukawa actually surpasses that. He's even more cool than how his trope paints him out to be. The most defining trait I like about him isn't even the fact that he's brilliant at his craft or that he's a grinder and trains super hard. It's his relentless drive to win. There's key moments and matches where it's displayed that I'm gonna talk about today. Underneath the cold, nonchalant demeanor is a burning spirit with an unadulterated desire to win. This is made so clear in Shoyo's practice match against their rivals Ryonan. Ryonan's ace, super stud Sendo, amplifies Rukawa's desire to win by like a millionfold. Sendo being him has Rukawa hungry to prove himself and beat him because Sendo's high-key better than him. So he's a suitable challenge for Rukawa to test his skills and gauge where he's currently at. As in their upcoming district tournament to enter the Inter-High tournament, he will have to overcome Sendo and other players that are similarly highly skilled as well. Sendo and Ryonan winning this practice match now, and only by 1 point, doesn't mean the result will stay the same in the future. Rukawa doesn't take this loss of a mere practice game lightly and has set his sights on the challenge he needs to overcome if he is to be the best. This really shows how serious he is about basketball, that even just a practice game he treats the same as if he were to have lost a real game. So he spends no time slacking off. It's all over his character, how he's a grinder. Kind of like Kevin Durant, ball his life type shit. Ain't got room for nothing else in their life. He's shown training late hours in his off time when he is caught by Sakuragi because he was planning to do the same thing as well. He sleeps through classes, not giving a fuck about his education till it's time to ball. And in that one instance, Haruko, who has a bigger crush on him, realizes she doesn't have a chance with him because he has nothing else on his mind but basketball. No room in his heart for distractions that will hinder him from becoming the best. So I'm not exaggerating when I say he's the embodiment of a grinder, working tirelessly every day to perfect his game. In their match against Shoyo in the district tourney, they finally face a strong opponent that makes them struggle. Shoyo has a tall-ass team with the second best point guard in the area, Kenji Fujima, a student manager, coach, and star player. Bro is LeBron James for real. Shohoku can't get buckets to keep up with Shoyo to save their lives. It's almost embarrassing. Even GOAT Captain Akagi wasn't his usual calm, cool, and composed self, which affects the whole team as he's their leader, their rock, their fighting spirit. The morale is kinda low, but not for Rukawa. He starts the counterattack after stealing the ball all by himself and gets a tough lay on 2 defenders. Everyone on Shohoku is so nervous and stiff, so he just had to go do that shit by himself. Like, damn, Rukawa is him! When everyone's energy was down low because they were having difficulties, it didn't get to his head or hinder his performance at obtaining the #1 objective, winning. Him leading through action got his team back on track and reignited their spirits. Some real GOAT behavior. Without him not panicking and still playing his usual game, they ain't winning this match against the #2 of the district. Against Kainan, the #1 in the district, oh my god, a true spectacle. He was too damn cold in this match. It's actually chilling how him he was. In the first half, it's looking dire as fuck as Akagi injured his ankle. They were in his goddamn fucking landing space. And without the beacon and pillar that is Captain Akagi, it's looking pretty cooked. Whilst everyone is panicking like, oh no, our captain's out, what are we gonna do? Rukawa, not worried in the slightest, with a determined look on his face, internally monologues, 11 more points. This is actually GOAT behavior. Like, even with their second best player and fucking captain going out, he's still so locked in on winning, all he can think about is how many points they need to score to catch up. The coolest sequence happens. Ida, Koichi's sister and basketball reporter, is going on about how Rukawa's biggest flaw is that his playstyle is selfish and egocentric, implying he needs to incorporate his team and be more of a team player if they are to win, which is a fair knock on his game, except he shits on that criticism completely. He's so fixated on scoring back the points they need to catch up, so while she says all of this, he proves her completely wrong. His selfish plays are actually working and is what's leading them to coming back into the game. He channeled his inner blue lock and kept his team in the game, leading them through his plays, not just words. God, the scene just had me ecstatic, only because he was shitting on a traditional aspect of sports, but it worked out. Even though there's obvious truth to the idea of being a team player in a team game, there's times when you need to take it into your own hands. Control the game yourself and the fate of the outcome to be decided by you. That attribute is where elite athletes are made. So although fundamentally Rukawa should get his team more involved, in this instance, it wasn't wrong of him to do everything himself, especially when their leader is gone. His play, his actions, taking control of the game had Ida taking back what she said. Initially down 11, Rukawa powered his way through to equalize the score by the end of the first half. Though sadly, due to his godlike performance in the first half, he gets all tuckered out, eventually having to be subbed out in the second, and they end up losing. He lost all his energy in pursuit to keep his team afloat that was solely driven by an unwavering hunger to win. Nothing but respectable, and only further emphasized when he's going hit for hit with Sakuragi because they both take the blame for them losing, just for different reasons. Against Ryonan for a spot at the Inter High, and since he's trying to get back at Sendo for that practice game, he's in the zone. The key to winning this game for him is to work on what made him lose that match against Kainan. He's not going all out, blowing his load, draining all his energy in the first half. He's still playing, but not going that 110%, so when the second half comes around, he locks it. He's going bucket for bucket against Sendo, pulling out the whole bag of tricks after having only scored 2 points in the first half. He's even chirping more than usual, because he's like, Sendo, I'ma beat your ass today. No coach, captain injured, it doesn't matter. He's got his eyes on the prize. Nothing will shake or waver his unquenchable thirst to win. Thankfully, due to his adjustment that kept him playing the whole match, he played exceptionally well and won. He finally got to beat Sendo fair and square. After this match, Rukawa talks to Anzai sensei saying he wants to go to America to become better, but Anzai is like, nah, be the best in Japan first. Don't even try that yet, when you're not even better than Sendo. As he watched the tape of their match. In addition, he doesn't want Rukawa to end up like a previous superstar student he had who hastily moved to America, ate shit playing there, and eventually passed away at an early age. I didn't know the exact translation at the time, but I found that Yazawa, the guy Anzai compared Rukawa to, died from a car collision under the influence of drugs. There was a letter of regret for his rebellious behavior that he never had the courage to post. So basically, Anzai don't want Rukawa to end up like that and waste his talent. Regardless, Rukawa wanting to move to America showed he not only wants to win, but win against the absolute very best in basketball. He knows he's low-key hot stuff in Japan, but wants to prove it internationally against top-tier opponents, which is some more GOAT behavior added to the resume. After this convo with Anzai, he's going extra hard at training now, even more locked in than his usual self. Some Kobe Black Mamba mentality type shit. All he has to do now is go bold, and he's better than Prime MJ and Bron combined. He's the super rookie who works arduously to improve day in, day out to be the best version of himself. In addition, I find his most defining trait to be his relentless drive to win against the best out there, to be why I think Rukawa is cool as fuck. Because it's awe-inspiring that someone as talented as he is doesn't let that get to his head, and that he still works hard to build on that talent. Having no room for nothing else in his mind or in his heart shows his genuine love for his craft and what he devotes all his time into. He even got a whole ass fan club of ladies that want him, like actually the size of the whole school, but he don't give a fuck about none of that. His resolve and his hunger in his art is nothing short of admirable, and I think we should apply a similar mindset to our own lives. That grindset applied to our art, that thing we love, we should work tirelessly to improve and become better at. For yourself, it could be basketball as well. For me, it is YouTube. To commit myself to making the best videos I can that I'm happy with, so I can connect with other anime/manga enjoyers like myself, because I want to share my joy of this media I love with others alike, and in hand hear their joys they have with the same media as well. Take whatever it is your craft is, your passion is, in life to its fullest. Give it 100% for the thing in your life that you love doing or working on the most. Only then can we truly be satisfied with our art and efforts. I think that's all I have for today until I read the manga. I already know that shit is gonna be peak, so I ain't even worried. If you have any thoughts or feelings about Slam Dunk or the video, leave it all down in the comments below. Other than that, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.